Welcome, friends, to the channel Classy Frugality. My name is Tanya, and I'm so glad you've decided to join me today. As you can see, it is past time for a refrigerator clean out. That's what we're going to do today. On today's video, I'm going to clean the stuff out of this refrigerator that I know I need to cook. I'm going to organize things. We're going to see how much better it looks when I'm done. So today's video will be a focus on three things, basically. Cutting food waste is number one. Number two, cooking meals to get us through the week. That reduces all kinds of stress. It makes me feel a whole lot better to know I'm coming home from work to a cooked meal. And then number three, I get the benefit of a clean refrigerator. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you some of the things that I recently got at Dollar General. So let's go ahead and get this video started. Okay, I've laid out everything on my counter that I can think of that I really need to take care of. For anything that I need to bake, I've gone ahead and I've preheated my oven to 350 degrees. So I have here in this carton, I have 2 eggs in this carton. And I've been lazy about it, and I've put the shells back in here instead of going outside, putting these in the garden, putting them all in. Sometimes you just don't feel well. Sometimes you're tired. Sometimes you're short on time. Anyway, I'll forgive myself for anything that goes to waste right here. We're starting fresh, whatever. So I'm just going to take these 2 eggs and I'm going to just throw this away. I have another 18 pack in there and I'll just add it to that. Okay, I've got a half of a seedless watermelon here. I cut this. I think I cut this probably 2 weeks ago, but I've had it covered in the fridge. But look, it's still good. So I will set it over here to the side and I'll chunk that up. What else do we have? So my boss gave me some tomatoes. I have some of them are green, some of them are red. Some of them are definitely starting to wilt. I do not want to lose these. Set those to the side and do something with them. I have 6 slices of bacon. I'll fry that bacon up. That'll be 2 breakfast sandwiches for Prentice. 3 slices per sandwich. So we do 3 slices and a piece of cheese. I got 3 sad looking little potatoes here. I'm thinking I might make us some mashed potatoes out of these. Add some milk and margarine to them, stretch that up. This poor little cabbage head. I know you saw the date on this. I know you did. It was July. However, cabbage is pretty resilient. Cabbage can handle being left in the fridge for a long time. So what I'm going to have to do, I'll take it out of this. I only paid 97 cents for it. I'll take it out of here. I'll take the bad leaves off. I'm going to bake that in the oven. I've got some turkey, reduced 225. I'll divide that up and put that in the freezer. That can't stay in the fridge. Not reduced. I got a half a can of chili, canned chili. I got about 2/3 of a can of pork and beans. Do something with those. And then just these reduced, like baby spinach and stuff that I got at Kroger this week. $1.77 for the, I couldn't pass this up. This one was $1.36, this baby romaine. I'm going to go ahead and package these up and make myself some salads for the rest of the work week. That way, they'll be ready to go. ready to eat, and none of it will go to waste, and it'll be convenient for me too. Now, I'm not going to take anything out of the freezer because I got to looking and there was really nothing. There was one busted popsicle in there. I got that out. I had to throw it in the garbage. The little plastic tube was busted, so I got to clean that out. The only thing I'm going to get out of the freezer tonight is a little piece of ham bone. And I'm going to add it to some beans. I'm going to put some beans in the crock pot along with all this other stuff. So between the beans in the crock pot, the cabbage that I'm baking, all this other stuff, I think I might make this one here. I got two of these actually. I think I'll make coleslaw out of these that we can eat with our pinto beans. They were just 90 cents. Between all that and the mashed potatoes, we should have plenty for the next several days for lunch and supper, breakfast, lunch, and supper, because I'm going to chunk that watermelon up too. I'll eat that for breakfast. All right. I had two casualties. I had two casualties. I had one little baggie with 3 little half ears of corn in it that had been in there a few days. I wasn't comfortable reheating that. So I did throw that away, threw those little 3 pieces in the garbage. And then I had this chicken carcass. This guy went to waste. I hate this. Here's why. Look at all this stuff you could do with this. I always boil these carcasses down. I use all that delicious juice and everything that comes off of that. And then inevitably more meat falls off the bones. But as you can see, we pretty much picked him clean of the meat. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. Sometimes there's just not enough time to do it all. And I had only paid $4 and something for that chicken to begin with anyway. And we ate, I don't know, several meals out of that. So I did not lose money on it. I just didn't extract every last use out of it that I could have by letting it sit in the fridge for too long and letting the carcass go to waste. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get started with meal prep and see what all we can come up with. Be dealing with the meat first. I put the bacon slices in the air fryer. Now I'm going to put away this ground turkey. Try to get this as even as I can. I only use about a ½ pound of ground meat when I make stuff. It's just too much meat otherwise. It's just too much. Spaghetti, hamburger helper, soup, chili, anything like that. All it gets is a ½ pound of meat. That's plenty. Okay. Just gonna pop it in here in this bag, and then we'll just pop it in the freezer. These are not actual freezer bags. These are just sandwich bags. It'll be fine. It's not gonna stay in there long enough for it to get freezer burnt. I'll use it before then. Y'all know I usually get the festive ground turkey anyway for $1.98, but I didn't go to Walmart this last time, so this for $2.25 was the next best thing. I will say, I don't like the taste of this butterball as good as I do the festive. I don't know why, but get these sealed up and get them in the freezer. Okay, I labeled the ground turkey. It's in the freezer. Let's get started on this cabbage. I think it'll fit in this little 8x8 dish right here. Can't believe I let this sit as long as I did. I don't know what it's a small head of cabbage, and I kept sort of forgetting about it. Cut that off. It's not super good looking. That top leaf does not look good. I don't know. You see that? I mean, the rest of it looks decent. And I'm not adding these. I'm going to take these outside. Dropped a piece. Put that in the trash. I'm not going to add those to my veggie bag in the freezer. And so I'm just going to chop this. It's not that hard to cut through. It's not tough like super fresh cabbage would be, or too hard. Is it tough or crisp? I don't know. Anyway, it's not as hard to cut through. It's like fresh would be. I'll try to stick my knife in there. Get this. Because that just won't hardly cook up. I've tried to not waste, and I've tried to save the core, but it's just too hard. Cut a piece off of it though. Okay. Finish chopping some more on. Okay, so here's my cabbage. I didn't take a whole lot of pains with it. I coarsely chopped it. And here's another trick. My bacon just got finished in the air fryer, so I took a little bit of that bacon grease and I just poured it on top of here. It's gonna taste delicious. I'm gonna take just a little bit of salt, just a little bit, not a whole lot, which, check this out. I don't usually buy a name brand, but look, the container was dented, so this was 49 cents. Win for me. Take me a little bit of black pepper. Again, not a whole lot, just some on the top. I'm just gonna put some aluminum foil over that. And we will stick this in the oven. All right, you see some condiment consolidation going on here. And I'm gonna be opening these, putting them in this ketchup bottle. I guess right now I'll go ahead and peel these. Now, what is that? This one I think that one is baked. I think Prentice put that in there last night. That's a leftover baked potato. These have not been baked though. Let me get a knife and we'll get to peel. All right, mashed potatoes on the stove, cabbage in the oven. Let's fool with this watermelon. I'm going to put a towel under here because this gets sticky and messy. I have another watermelon that I bought at the same time as this, but I have not cut into it yet. So, I mean, I'm sure it needs to get used up too, but I'm going to go ahead, since this is the one that we had cut into, I'm just going to fool with it first. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? Maybe. It says it's seedless, but there's some little tiny like white seeds in here. It's still so juicy. And I try to get as close to the rind as I can when I'm cutting watermelon. I've even heard of some people making watermelon rind pickles. And, you know, the frugal person in me wants to do that, but at the same time, it just doesn't really sound that good to me. So I'll just sacrifice these rinds to the outdoors. I've got these 2 bags here ready to put this in. I'll finish cutting this rind off and then get right back to you. All right, 5 baggies of watermelon, and up next, tomatoes. Have you all noticed how much a pre-cut little container of watermelon is in the grocery store. I know at Kroger they're $5 a piece, and I think that's just insane. Plus, I don't know who cut that watermelon up. I don't feel comfortable just opening that up and eating that. I don't know if the surface was clean or their hands were clean. Anyway, I'm probably overthinking that. But look at that. I got 5 bags of watermelon ready to take to work, ready to snack on at home, whatever. That whole entire watermelon was only, I think, $2.99 to begin with. So half of it would be, what, around $1.50. And so there would actually be like 6 bags or 7. Prentice come and took some of them too. Still left with these 5 bags. So, like, I don't know. That was like pennies. Pennies. I would say around, I don't know, 20 cents a bag by the time you take out what he ate too. Far cry from a $5 container. Let's get started on the tomatoes. Ended up with quite a bit of tomatoes here, so I'm just going to put these in this container with a lid, and I'll stick this over in the fridge. Now, my potatoes got finished boiling. There's what we ended up with. Here is this baked potato, and here is this about a, looks like a half stick of margarine left in that. I'm going to put that all in there together. And I'll add some salt and pepper to that. Maybe a little bit of milk, because I actually have milk this time. A lot of times I don't even fool putting it in there. And this will make us probably about 4 little servings of mashed potatoes. And here we go. Here are the results. Mashed potatoes. I just put the pork and beans and the chili in these containers. I consolidated all the different, the lettuce and the baby spinach. I just put it all in one container, chopped it up real well. Here is our coleslaw. I just added some mayonnaise and some sugar. I don't really measure. I just do it till it looks right. So that's all mixed up and ready to go. And then finally, over here is our baked cabbage. These are all the side dishes that I prepared. Now, up here you'll see the bacon. I've got that in a baggie that's cooked. It's ready to go for 2 sandwiches. And I got our ketchup and mustard consolidated. And here we are, the final result. Everything consolidated, everything cleaned out. Just wipe down the interior. Look at all that food prepared and ready to eat. Have to wait for the cabbage to cool down, and then I'll add that. I am pleased with the results. So we'll have prepared food to eat. We're preventing food waste, and that refrigerator looks a whole lot better. I am pleased. All right, so I went to Dollar General recently, and I wish everybody, especially my friends in the western part of the country, had a Dollar General, because there are some good deals to be had. So I had another coupon for $5 off $20 purchase. That was because the store was doing a remodel. Now, every Saturday, Dollar General has either a printed or a digital coupon for $5 off $25. So it's not as good of a savings as, let's say you get a $1 item and you're going to pay 75 cents with the 5 off 20. You're still only going to pay 80 cents if you do the $5 off $25 purchase. Now, they've got some pretty good $1 items. So I want to show you some of the things that I got. It ended up costing me 75 cents a piece plus tax. You know I'm going to get the toilet paper from there, because this is pretty good toilet paper. It's a decent sized roll. It's strong. It's $1. So I got it for 75 cents. I got some aluminum foil also. This is in their dollar aisle. I got it for 75 cents. A whole 12 pack of razors. This was over in the razor section. It wasn't in the dollar aisle, but these are $1 for 12 of these. So this was 75 cents. A pack of 300 cotton swabs. $1. So I got them for 75 cents. Same with these two spices. The Italian spice and the onion powder. These were $1. So I got them for 75 cents. So if even if you go on a Saturday when they have the 5 off 25, anything that's $1, you're going to be able to get it for 80 cents plus tax. So I encourage you, if you have a Dollar General in your area, wait until Saturday. Make your list, wait till Saturday, do your shopping then. If you're relying on a digital coupon, make sure you've downloaded that coupon before you get to the register. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have, if you give me a big old thumbs up to let me know that you liked it, that also helps the algorithm, so these videos come out to the people who like to see them. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to another YouTube content creator. They're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. They put out all different kinds of videos. Their name is Our Cherished 5. So if you would go check out their channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Until I see you again, I hope you have a blessed day.